Welcome to another podcast by Denise, your host of Denise's Dialogue. Any questions or comments about today's podcast, please email her at denisesdialogue@gmail.com.
I am Denise, and I'm here with
Morpheus.
Morpheus Black. Today we're going to talk about things that we've seen that's a little bit strange.
Okay. I'll start off with the strange things.
Yes,
I have two.
He always have something.
I have two now. The other day we were out. We went to a place called Cheyenne Outfitters. It's a gun store, guns and hunting. But we was actually looking for guns because my plan was to buy my wife a compact gun for her birthday. So we pull up to the store, and these people are coming out of the store. Now, the one guy, he's first. He comes out the store first. He's swinging the blind stick. So he's swinging the stick back and forth. So now I'm like, first thing I thought is why they take that man in the store. And he's swinging his cane. And then I noticed that he has a fucking bag with a gun box in it. Now I'm sitting there saying to myself now, who in their right mind sold this blind man a damn gun in the store? This dude literally walked out of the store. I don't know if he was 100% blind, but if you need that stick,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be buying a gun.
If you blind enough to need a stick,
You shouldn't.
You really shouldn't be buying a gun
You shouldn't be buying a gun
or handling a gun
or nothing.
Nothing with a gun.
So anyway, he comes out the store and I knows he has a bag, and inside that bag was a gun box. Since I own Smiths and Rugers, it didn't look like a Smith case or a Ruger case, but my first two guns I purchased years ago, it looked like a Glock case. So that means this dude literally went in the store, spoke to a salesman knowing he couldn't see shit. He had glasses on. So he had the I'm blind Ray Charles glasses on.
He had a whole stick.
And had the whole stick.
Everything.
So now imagine you the person in the store selling guns, and you hear this. Can I see a Glock, please? A Glock what?
Maybe the lady that was with him bought it and he just wanted to carry it, hopefully.
Hopefully. He wanted to carry it because somebody breaking their house. I can hear him now. Who is that? And let's say it's a family member trying to get in. Bring me my Glock. So now you're giving this blind dude a Glock because he hear noise.
Yeah.
So I had a big problem with that guy leaving the store.
Yeah, so did I. It was, I don't know. Whew, I can imagine. Man, that was nuts. So, what other things have you seen or heard during your day?
Well, the other weird incident I had today, I am at this house working, and this lady's in there. She might be early to mid 60s, and I'm working on her services, and she tells me how she misses her son. So in the area I was working in, I automatically assumed that I went right to the worst case scenario. Yeah, something either
he died or in jail.
Either he died or he was in jail. So I'm sitting there talking to her, and I told her what I was doing to get her services up and working. And she says to me, I have a question to ask you. And I said, what is it? I want to show you something. I want to tell me what you think. So she goes into the dining room. I was in the front room. She goes into the dining room. She comes back with this bag. And she tells me that her son died a couple months ago. I'm assuming street violence.
Yeah.
And she shows me his bag. I'm like, I just got the courage to go up and clean up his bedroom since he passed. I found this. I don't know what to do with it. Now I look into the bag, and I know my guns when I see them. And inside the bag is a Uzi. I didn't touch it. It looked like it had a 60 round clip, but just from the weight and look of it alone, I knew it was a real gun.
Wow.
And some things I don't discuss with the customers of my company, and that was one of them. Religion, politics, and that was one of them. So I told her, I said, listen, what you can do is, I'm not going to say which police department I told her to call, but I told her to call the local police department, call the non-emergency number, tell them what you found, and they'll send somebody to pick it up. Now, the good thing about it was, I explained to her not to touch it. I didn't tell her why, because it was using the commission of a felony. That's something you don't want your fingerprints on. So I told her, don't touch it. Keep it in the bag. I said, when they come, you can invite them in, show them where the bag is at, let them pick it up. I said, because I don't know if it's loaded and you don't know if it's loaded. But so when I left there, I called a buddy who's in law enforcement in said city and told him that they should be getting a call. And he actually called me maybe an hour ago and said, hey, what was that address? And I didn't give him the address because it's against my company's policy to give out any address. But he said, hey, we got a call. They're sending units to XYZ house in that area, but they didn't say why they were going.
Yeah, okay.
I said, okay, so maybe that was the non-emergency number. That's why they didn't get broadcast of why they were going. But I'm quite sure, even if she called the non-emergency number told she had, they would probably roll a little deeper than that, realizing the state of things nowadays.
Yeah. Could you imagine, though, having a hot Uzi in your house and knowing it ain't yours? The person who it belonged to is dead, and it's just in your house.
In your house.
And a kid could have came over and
I mean,
touched it or whatever.
But just from looking around the house alone, I can tell she lived there along with her kid.
Mm-hmm.
But like she said, he's been dead a few months, and she just got up the courage to go into his room and clean it up.
That's got to be sad, though.
Yeah. But now, the one thing most parents don't believe is that their kid can be a bad guy in the street. And
some kids, though, is pretty obvious.
Yeah, some of them are pretty obvious.
Whether you want to admit it or not, you know, you just act like you don't know.
But most parents don't like to believe that.
Nobody wants to believe their kid's a thug.
My thing is, right now, if I walk out this house and get shot, I'm moving out of this neighborhood.
Hopefully you lived.
Hopefully you lived through, but I'm moving out of this neighborhood. Now, but the thing is, that has really nothing to do with where we live at. But you figured this kid. Now, she didn't tell me he went out in the street and got shot. He says he's been dead. And most young people die nowadays, especially in that area.
Yeah, probably got shot.
Yeah, and just from looking at some of the pictures that was around the house with him, and he had a certain color on a lot of the pictures. So I went off the assumption soon what happened to him. And the fact that she found a Uzi in his bedroom.
I didn't know people still use Uzis. I thought it was the AK, whatever.
No,
AR.
Most of the stuff is handguns. Every now and then you'll hear about
the AR things.
AR, AK. Every now and then you hear about that, but not much.
Uzi? I haven't heard of that in I don't know how long.
But a gun's a gun.
I know, but that's just one of the things I haven't heard about in like a really long time.
Let me tell you the sad part about that now. The fact that hopefully the address he called me about was that lady called them to tell them to come pick it up, which I think it was because she was really concerned about when I was there. But anytime a crime happens and a gun is used in the street, first thing they do is make it harder for the legal gun owners. Instead of making more crime for these people with these guns, they make it harder for the legal gun owner.
That I don't understand.
And I guarantee you right now, they have this thing, I think it's mandatory 5 years you get caught with a gun.
Really?
But I guarantee they made it
that's
so that
illegally or legally or anybody.
It probably fluctuates between legal and legally. I mean, if you legally own a gun and you get caught with it, you probably won't. They're probably going to take your right to own the gun away. You probably might do some time, but it's not going to be as much as somebody who run up and kill somebody with a gun, or because felons can't have guns.
Yeah.
But like I said, they make it harder for the people that legally own guns. They always do that. They always do. And the main people hollering people shouldn't have guns are usually politicians, somebody in power, and they usually have somebody
that have security with them all the
yes,
time.
they usually have somebody
with guns
being their security or their bodyguard, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
They always have somebody with a gun in security. So, and sometimes I hear that and I'm like, if you think like that, maybe you need to give up your security.
Exactly.
I guarantee you, let's take the governor. I guarantee you, if Jerry, the security guard with a nightstick, was following his ass around, he'll have a entirely different stance on
absolutely
on gun control in this state.
Definitely.
He'll entirely different stance, but it's always the people that talk the most crap about you shouldn't have are the ones who got the most security. Anyway, that was my two weird things for today. You got any?
Actually, no, I haven't been anywhere today. other than washing my hair, I haven't really did much today. But I always know that you have a story.
Well,
you're out and about a lot, and the places that you go to, there's always something going on.
Well, I don't have a lot of stories.
You have a lot of stories.
I don't have a lot of stories. It's just that I got that you can trust him face.
I don't.
Okay, if something was happening, I can rely on this guy to do something.
Do what?
I don't know.
It's some of his lady friends.
I don't have lady friends. If you didn't know me, would you be like, if something happened, you'd be like, hey, go to that guy for protection?
Before I know you, you used to get on my nerve, actually.
I ain't talking, but that was, how many years ago was that?
25 years.
Okay, let's not worry about what happened. Let's not worry about what happened 25 years ago.
Oh, so we're going to worry about it now?
So the thing is, now you know the way I treat people I don't know versus people I know. Bam, yeah. Yeah.
So you treat people you don't know very well.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I just, how Bill Burr said I got that howdy doody mug me look. That's why he don't get involved with stuff on the street.
Well, Bill Burr do have a howdy doody mug me look.
But the thing is this. Do I look like somebody that say, if something going down, you say, hey, that guy can help us?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
No.
I guess if I was one of those needy, scary
No,
people.
not go with needy.
No, that's what it is.
No.
Because
It's not needy.
9 times out of 10, the people that you see
I'm talking about you.
are usually female.
I'm talking about you.
So, but me?
Yeah,
I mean, you don't.
If something was happening, would you look at me and think security?
Now that I know you, but you coming into the house and I don't know you, I'm not going to tell you my whole life story and
some people just
asking
need to
you
talk.
personal questions.
Especially the older people, they love talking.
I'm pretty sure that somebody got to have somebody else that they can talk to other than.
Now let me tell you something.
Some strange man coming in the house. You could be a killer.
Let me tell you something that happened to me the other day. I think I told you about it already. And I'm not even going to go into detail, but me and this lady was talking.
See, another lady.
She's old.
Another lady.
She was an older lady, Caucasian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Had to be in her 80s, right? And me and her was talking. I ain't gonna talk about what we're talking about, but she said to me, "You're pretty intelligent for a black guy." Now, I took offense at that, but I looked at her,
and yet,
I looked at her and said to myself, I said, maybe she wasn't raised around people of color.
But you're 80 years old.
Maybe
you have been around some black people or Spanish people or
somebody.
Yes.
That's why I kind of took offense at it, because then I said to myself, and I'm talking to her and I'm looking at her face, and I said maybe she didn't realize what she was saying until it came out of her mouth. Then she realized what she said, and she was looking at me to see if I took offense at it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But like I said,
then what happened?
No, we're not. Like I said, we're not even going to get into that story. We're not even going to get into that story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not at all. Anyway, that's all I have.
Anyway,
that's all I have.
Well, I don't have a job or whatever that I run into people like that. I don't have people, strange people come. Well, other than people that call me up at work, I don't have those types of instances.
Incidents. Yeah. So
But I just have people calling me, tell me about they being sick and all this nonsense, like they need a psychiatrist or whatever.
But this is the thing with the job I do. If you get 6 people that I work with and get them together and have them sit down and chilling, you'll be amazed at the stories you'll hear.
Oh, I'm amazed now just from the ones that you tell.
And there was one about a guy years ago. I ain't even go into that because it's too vulgar. But he called the cops on somebody and the person went off. But that'll be a story for another day.
Did you tell me about that one?
I probably did.
Probably.
Anyway.
That's crazy.
Let's go on and finish it up.
Well, I think that'll probably be the end of this podcast. Like I said, he always have a story to tell. So stay tuned. There's many more to come.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Listen again to Denise's dialogue, because you never know what Morpheus is going to say.
Or you.
Not me.
Anyway.
I'm a listener.
I'm a listener too. Anyway, thank you for listening.